All right, good evening to you from the Storm Alert Weather Center. It's 8:27 Central Time. We want to go in and let you know what's going on in Western Kentucky. It's kind of a heart-wrenching moment for me. And storm anchor Keith Richardson, Abby Jasper was, I believe, over there, our Pulaski correspondent. We were there in Dawson Springs back in 2021. And there was a tornado that did devastating damage there. And right at this very moment, the people in Dawson Springs are being hit by another tornado. A large, violent tornado confirmed on the ground, and that storm is now impacting the Dawson Springs community of Western Kentucky. That would be moving into Madisonville, Earlington, and Nortonville. We've been there with those people when the tornado went through a couple of years ago. It was on December the 10th and the 11th during the generational tornado outbreak, and now another tornado obviously impacting their community as we speak this very hour. We have a tornado on the ground in Dawson Springs. That would be Caldwell and Hopkins County. Large, extremely dangerous tornado headed into that area. You're in a life-threatening situation there. If you are in the path of that storm, you should be inside. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes will be as well. And our heart breaks tonight for those people in Dawson Springs, Kentucky, Princeton. If you're in Madisonville, Earlington, or Nortonville, you need to be in your safe place immediately. You don't have much time to get there. And again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. We've been watching this for some time. I was hesitant whether or not to go live and to bring this information to you, but the reason I wanted to mention that is the fact that, as I told you earlier, sometimes we have storms that will pop up out ahead of the front, and that's exactly what has happened here in Dawson Springs. You can see the line of storms as it moves into Kentucky, and all of the tornado warnings and the storm warnings that have gone into effect. And now out ahead of that front, we have the tornado warning that is in effect for Dawson Springs. Again, that would be Caldwell and Hopkins County. A large, extremely dangerous tornado was noted about 10-12 minutes ago by authorities, and thus a tornado warning has been issued. The reason we mention this, as the storm continues to advance to our location, kind of a slow-moving storm, and as it advances to closer to us, it will come into that unstable environment, and the possibilities are there that we could see a tornado coming out ahead of the front. This is exactly the way that our future radar had predicted that we would see a couple of those, and especially in Western Kentucky, where it was a particularly dangerous tornado watch. And as we watch the storms begin to enter into the state from Missouri, Cape Girardeau, Carbondale, Missouri, all of those regions now have severe storms, and it's going to be a long night for those folks in Western Kentucky, and we're just wondering really what is going on there in Western Kentucky, there in Dawson Springs. And you can see that tornado is over Dawson Springs now, and persons, if you are in the path of that storm, or if you have people there in those communities, you need to tell them they need to be seeking shelter. This tornado originated just north of Eddyville and traveling into the little town of Dawson Springs. My heart breaks for those people. We tracked up and down the debris fields and all through towns and several communities, met a lot of people, and this is a horrible time for those folks. And we hope that there are no loss of life and that people took the warning seriously. The reason, again, that we mention this, the fact that it's one of those storm cells that popped up out ahead of the front, out ahead of the big line of storms. And it's possible that we could see tornadoes or severe thunderstorms, supercells, develop out ahead just as well in this area. However, the main threat of weather like this will be west of Interstate 65. We don't want to instill fear. We want to be proactive about it and use common sense. Again, still got a long ways to go. It's going to be a long night for a lot of people, especially us in the weather business. We're going to be here for you guys to keep you updated and informed as we go into the remaining part of Sunday night, possibly into Monday morning as these storms develop. Thank you all for tuning in to the Storm Alert Weather Center, your weather authority in South Central Kentucky.